So you're looking at starting a business, but should you get an LLC? Well, more than likely, it probably wouldn't hurt. You see, LLCs are limited liability companies, and they serve as this distinction barrier between your personal assets and your business assets. You see, as an accountant, my business assets are things like my equipment and furniture and my business money. But for personal assets, it'll be like my house and my car and maybe my instruments and video game collection. But see, without an LLC, if I was to be sued, you see, the law doesn't care which bucket they choose from. They can take whatever they want in order to satisfy my business debts. But when it comes to an LLC, it generally protects my personal assets from any type of litigation in the course of the business. Now, notice how I use the word generally protects. LLCs are not absolute. They're not always going to protect your personal assets. There are exceptions. And one big one that people tend to forget about is lawsuits that arise from negligence. You see, for example, let's say you are a landscaping company that has an LLC and something bad that happened during the ordinary course of business. Let's say you're traveling from one lawn customer to the next. Your trailer comes off the truck and crashes into maybe someone's fence or a car, or even worse, and you're inevitably sued. Even though, again, you had an LLC and this incident happened during the ordinary course of business, if it comes to find out that maybe the trailer was hitched to the truck in a form of negligence, maybe you just wrapped it with rubber bands in order to get, again, you wanted to get to the next job, that very well could preclude and get rid of the LLC protection, meaning your personal assets are now at stake. Another big thing you need to keep in mind is what's the inherent risks of your business being sued. So if my business is giving music lessons, chances of my business being sued are actually pretty minimal, if not virtually zero. So getting an LLC for this, probably not at the top of my priority. But for my clients that do maybe electrical or other trade work, yeah, the inherent risks are there. You probably should get an LLC. You probably should have gotten an LLC yesterday because, again, the cost of a mistake, just simple maybe wires crossed, could be dire for your customers. And probably the most important things when it comes to LLC is the money itself. So if you have an LLC or you're thinking about it, please, please get yourself a separate bank account. Because again, let's say you have business transactions for, again, your business. Even though you may have an income statement and you track it separately, if the physical transactions are actually commingled in your personal checking account, that LLC probably won't even matter. If the money's commingled between your business and personal, again, that LLC is probably completely disregarded, meaning it's all just clumped together, and, well, any type of litigation or whatever could take everything from that. So again, make sure it's separate.